So the first thing I'm going to show you is the most important part of this whole entire thing, because it's really the only liquid product we're going to be using as far as for our complexion. But first, let's go ahead and prime our skin. Even though we're not going to be using any foundation, I want to make sure that my skin doesn't get too oily throughout the day. So I'm using my Smashbox Photo-Finish primer. I'm just going to get that right on my oily spots, so the T-zone. I've been using this look for about a week now, and I really love it because there's nothing to fix if you don't put anything on. But there are certain areas of my face that I do need some kind of coverage, but by not putting it all over, I don't have to worry about touching up. I've always been a believer of less is more. Being part of this YouTube community, I kind of lost some of that because I had to keep up with all the makeup looks that had so much makeup on. But to stay completely true to myself, this is definitely a look that I love. For underneath my eyes, I'm going to use two concealers, and one is a skin tone one, and this one is by Kat Von D, and it's the D31 in Warm, and my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this one is in Medium 1 Custard. So this one is going to help brighten, make me look awake. This one is going to conceal. Also get it right in here. I get a lot of darkness there, a shadow because of the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to get that there, a little on the eyelid. And right here I have just a blemish spot. I like to use my ring finger because there's not a lot of pressure that can come from this finger. It's not very strong, so you're not going to tug at your eye skin, which is super sensitive, and one of the first places we start to see age. So if you just take care of that skin, you should be okay for a while, and this finger is your friend. Just lightly tap on this blemish spot, so we don't want to take off what we just applied. And now I'm going to take my foundation brush. This is from IT Cosmetics. This one is the 302. I use this also for liquid foundation, and it's amazing. And I do love it as well for powder. I'm just going to get on my foundation powder. This is Cargo HD foundation powder. And foundation powder is super sheer, so this is just going to help me balance everything out and keep the shine at bay a little longer than just going barefaced. But it's going to help me just marry everything together. I'm going to set underneath my eyes. We still need to set since we used the concealer. And this is by Motives. This one is their banana powder. And I'm just going to get that right underneath my eyes. And then we're going to brush it away. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal foundation powder, and I use this as a bronzer. I'm just going to lightly dust. So I'm just going to do a quick brow, and this is my Brow Stylist Sculptor by L'Oreal. The reason I always reach for this is because it has a nice matte finish, and I have oily skin, so anything that's too waxy starts to look really glossy, and I don't need glossy eyebrows. So I'm just going to do my actual natural brow. And then the last thing that I always do is apply my blush, and I go in very generously because I want to just look very flushed. Yeah, I feel like having a nice strong blush when you have nothing else really standing out. It's really pretty. This is by the Balm Cosmetics in Committed. And your look is complete. This is so easy to do. I normally can do it a lot quicker, but talking with you guys, it took a little bit longer, but naturally it would be so fast. Even though a lot of the looks that I show you guys are looks that I would wear naturally, just wearing all the full coverage foundation and then contouring and highlighting and everything that just goes into a completed look. I kind of forgot that I like to feel my skin. I like to see my skin. I like to let it breathe and just not care about touching up and did it smudge? Is it there? Like, you know, just all those things that come with wearing a full face of makeup. So this is definitely a more easy breezy style. It's something anyone can achieve. You don't need skill for this, and that is also very good for returning to school, teachers who are going back to school, or just if you're going back to work. Any reason that you need to be up and out but you still want to look polished in the morning, this should be your go-to look. I hope you guys found this entertaining and super helpful. Till my next video, stay beautiful.